Alright guys, how's it going? It is Wednesday the 11th of January 2023 and you're watching KopTalk.tv. Alright, so I've done a couple of videos for you today. I don't plan to do any more after this one. I'm knackered now, I'm tired now. Yeah, I know what you think. You think, what, is that it? Is that what you've done? No, I've done more than that, trust me. But these lights in here get on my tits a little bit. But, what was I going to say to you? Oh yeah, both videos were intended to be for everyone. But the second video, I was talking about someone, you know, and I don't know, sometimes it's a quiet life and, you know, sometimes it's better to keep things a little bit private, little opinions like that. And, you know, I don't want to come across like hating on someone, you know, like if you question someone or something or, you know, some people can twist it a little bit. And that's not what that video was about. It was just like, you know, giving a bit of advice to you guys and just observations and things like that. And as the video progressed, I thought, might be better to keep this one private. So that's all it is. You're not missing anything exciting. It's just, you know, just a bit of caution, really. So you can watch that if you're, you know, a member of this channel or if you're on the members website. The information is in the video description below. I'm knackered now, guys. I'm really tired. You all right? I'm just wondering whether to do a stream on Saturday night or not. We didn't do one last weekend, and I meet my boys, you know, on a Friday afternoon. We have a few jars and that, and I'm thinking, could we do it Friday night? But it's not the same, is it? But then Saturday night, you know, it's 2 nights in a row, Lash, and I don't like doing that, to be honest with you. I'm not getting any younger, you know. What do you think? Should we do a stream on Saturday? I miss them, mate. I really like the streams on here. We have a really good time. Community is key. So guys, I was going to be rotten and title this video Liverpool sign midfielder, which would be technically accurate, but then we would be you know, we'd just be like acting like the Liverpool Echo. That's that publication. I mean, I don't know about the printed publication these days, but the online version, I mean, like, and some of the people that do their videos, oh my God. The Echo used to be amazing back in the day. Things have changed so much. It's a shame, really. So I'm sure you've seen the news, but if you haven't, Tyler Morton has signed a new contract with Liverpool. It's described as a new long-term contract. He's been at the academy since he was 7. And he's obviously progressed through the ranks, and he made his under-18 debuts in September 2019. Now, he's currently on loan at Blackburn Rovers. He's spending the 2022-23 season there. But he was at the AXA Training Centre today, Wednesday, to ink that contract. And he has been quoted as saying, "I'm absolutely buzzing. The little dream is coming true, so I couldn't be happier." How nice is that, really? The little dream is coming true. I like that. I've known for a little while, and it's been ongoing, and I couldn't wait to get it over the line because this is the place I want to be, and this is the club I want to be at. I'm absolutely buzzing, and I can't wait for the future. Great, great words there. I like that. So he went to Blackburn. And he so far has made 28 appearances, it says here, for the Championship club, as Rafa would say, club. And he's featured in every one of their league fixtures. He said, I've been extremely proud of myself for now. I've handled the loan so far. Hopefully I carry that on and take it into the next half of the season. I feel like I'm progressing every day and learning new things on and off the pitch. It's a lovely environment to learn and turn myself into a professional, and I think I'm doing that quite well. Hopefully it sets me up for what's to come in the future. What a nice kid, you know. I like it when, you know, when it's like, when it means something to the kids like that, you know. I know people always say, you know, like, oh, I'm delighted, it's a dream come true, you know, whatever age they are. But sometimes it just sounds more sincere, doesn't it? Tyler Scott Morton. 20 years of age, it says here, born on the 31st of October 2002. 2002. So KopTalk had been on the go for about 4 years then. Is that right? Yeah, somewhat like that. Born in Wallasey, Merseyside, England. Position, midfielder, as you know. It says here 2 appearances for Liverpool seniors. And he's been capped 3 times by the England under-20s. It says he was playing for the Greenlees junior team when spotted by Liverpool academy coaches and joined the club aged 7, having also turned down an offer to join the Everton youth. So there's another good decision there. He made his debut for the team's under-18 side in the 2019-20 season, scoring his first goal in a 6-1 Merseyside derby victory over Everton. I like this kid even more. He started the 2020-2021 season with the under-18s before moving up to the under-23 squad. It's Roffer. He scored 10 times for Liverpool under-18 and under-23 sides during the 2021 campaign and played a key role as the youth team reached the FA Youth Cup final. In January 2021, he signed a new long-term contract with the club. 2 years later, he signed another one. Morton made his first team debut in a pre-season friendly in July 21 against Wacker Innsbruck, followed by his competitive debut for the Liverpool first team as a second-half substitute on the 21st of September 2021 in an EFL Cup match against Norwich City. And on the 20th of November, he made his Premier League debut, coming on in the final minutes of a 4-0 home victory over Arsenal. 4 days later, he made his UEFA Champions League debut in a home match against Porto, playing the full 90 minutes of the 2-0 win. On the 9th of December, Morton was given his first Premier League start in which he played 60 minutes and was shown a yellow card in a 2-2 draw at Tottenham. And on the 1st of August 2022, Morton joined Blackburn Rovers on a season-long loan. He made his England under-20 debut on the 11th of November 2021, during a 2-0 defeat to Portugal in the 2021-2022 Under-20 Elite League. So that's Tyler Morton. I'm sure you guys will probably know a little bit more about him than me. I do not follow the the youth football. That doesn't do anything for me. I used to do in the early days of KopTalk, and I used to really get into this one for the future. And I used to get excited about particular players. There was one from Ireland that we signed, was some Irish boy once. And people had been emailing me about him and all that. And I remember seeing him at Melwood. I was at Melwood that day doing one of the Melwood Raw videos, And I fucking never heard. I don't even know whatever happened to him. I couldn't even tell you his name. And obviously there was Richie Partridge. Those of you that go right back to the 90s with me will remember Richie Partridge. And I approached him because he was very, very highly rated at the time. And he used to do a diary for the website, KopTalk.com, it's basically saying what life was like at the academy. And it was you didn't have that back then on the internet. There was nothing like that. And it gave our fans, the first opportunity to see what it was like. I mean, today, when you think about it, if someone farts at the academy, there's a video on the official FC website, teen farts at academy, you're so lucky today in terms of the social media, the YouTubes, the Twitter, Facebook and all that. I know all these platforms come with negative things and negativity, but you are very blessed, to have these things today. And if you use them in the right way, they can be very good for you. I look back to when I was like 15 or whatever, and John Barnes and Ian Rush were my favourite players. John Barnes was my favourite player ever. And, if I'd have been able to see John Barnes on Twitter and that, I mean, I follow John Barnes today on Twitter and still get excited. But if I'd have seen him as a 15-year-old, I can imagine what it must be like as a kid messaging your hero. And if they're like, one of your tweets or something like that as a Ben, as a kid today, it must be a phenomenal feeling. I think most adults are still like that. I mean, I admit when Ian Rush liked one of my tweets not so long back, and I was like fucking buzzing, you know what I mean? And I'm not a fanboy, I don't message these people saying, oh, you're the best thing ever. I'm not like that. So, Peter Shilton, he follows me on Twitter and, he was my hero, one of my heroes when I was a kid on the international stage, If I look back at that 15-year-old boy at the 1990 World Cup, and I would have thought one day in the future Peter Shilton's going to follow me and speak to me on on the DMs. fucking hell. I mean, Twitter didn't exist back then, obviously. But if someone had said to me one day, you'll be speaking, you know, it's just mental. So what it must be like for the kids today, you know, to have that access and that. It's great, guys, you know, I like it. Why am I talking about social media? Oh, yeah, because I'm saying, like, at the academy and stuff like that, yeah. You get, you know, you never had an opportunity to be so close to the club, really. And the only thing I'll say that I don't like about it, this is grumpy, this is Grandad Dunk moaning now. My grandson calls me Grandad Dunk. All right, Grandad Dunk. Right, I've got a story to tell you about him. Listen to the last KopTalk podcast. It's a fucking little bastard. All right. I saw a picture of my grandson the other day in a full Manchester City kit. Right? Top, bottoms, socks. Straight away I was onto his mother. My daughter, Charlotte, many of you will know her from, you know, she's seen her grow up as a kid through the years with the website. And I was like, what's going on? Because his dad, right, supports Sunderland, and Charlotte, his mum, supports Liverpool. So they've had to compromise over the years, you know, like he's got both kits and all that shit, you know. And I've discussed this with you guys before, you know, and you lot have said, hey, be alright, don't he'll come round. You know, you can understand his dad and you know, he's influencing his Byrne and stuff like that. So, you know, fair enough. Not Liverpool, is it, though? Fucking Man City! What's that all about? So I genuinely went mental. I was like, what's this all about? Man City? And she went, well, his favourite players, I'm going to investigate this, play for City. And I went, yeah, but you need to get it in his head that players come and go. Then what? Do you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not having it. I mean, I was genuinely, like, and Charlotte, my daughter, didn't even reply to me. I've got the messages here. She fucking didn't even reply to me. I think she took a bat and ball home, you know, like, fucking mind your own business, that sort of thing. Like, I'm like, no, I'm not having it. Fuck that. If he's not going to support Sunderland, then it's Liverpool. You know what I mean, guy? I'm being deadly serious. When Charlotte was a kid, right, she used to like certain players, you know, like kids back then, like when they were, she's a little girl, isn't she, you know, at the time, like Beckham and stuff like that, Zidane, you know. And she had the tops and that, but I, you know, like I would get the international tops. So what I'd have said to my grandson is, oh, you like that player at Man City, whoever said player is, all right? I would have got him the international, because he'll be an international player at Man City, won't he? Obviously, he's going to be a big name. So I would have got the international shirt with his name. No, you don't want Man City. You want to, you know what I mean? That's why I called him a little bastard. That PlayStation 5 I got him for Christmas, you can send it back, little fucker. Am I too extreme? I don't know. I actually, at the same time, you know, I respect any kid's independence from their parents, you know. Little Rob, my son, you know, he sniffed around Newcastle a little bit when he was a kid, like, you know, because we lived up that way for a while. But, you know, he saw sense. But I didn't, you know, I let him make his own decisions and stuff like that. But fucking City, I'm not having that. How did we get onto that? I don't know how we got onto that. Social media, academy. Oh, yeah, so, God, I don't have to go on something. Yeah, but I know you like my vids, really. Hey, I refuse to comply with YouTube policies of trying to retain your audience of 3 minutes. Nah, fuck that. The only time if I can retain my, you know, a session with a chick for 3 minutes, then fair enough. That's about right. That's perfect. You know, duration, I would say, for giving a girl a good time. Am I allowed to even talk about stuff like that? When I say a girl, I do mean of age. I mean a woman. I just, you know, where I'm from, you see, lass, girl. What? Fucking, you can dig yourself into some right trouble in here, can't you? YouTube, they say do like 3 minute video. Fuck off, we'll do what we want. Richie Partridge used to do a diary on KopTalk, and I had to speak to Steve Highway about that, the academy director at the time, and it was pretty good actually. It was really good, and obviously Richie had problems, injuries and stuff, and but yeah. Anyway, so academy, yeah. So I gave up on like the academy and that, because I used to see players and that, and these youngsters, and I tell you why I gave up, because there was one time, I know like now, the big thing we moan about now is net spend, the owner's not, you know, backing the manager enough and all that. And we went, if you've been with KopTalk over the years, 25 years, you know, you'll know that there was certain periods. There was a period where all that we seemed to talk about was top four. Like, it was finishing fourth was acceptable. That was it, all the time. That was a debate that everyone had every year. Sick of it. Why are we not talking about finishing higher? It was like, no, top four. That's the only thing we discussed. And you go through these, we went through these periods, and at one particular time, we went through this period of like one for the future, one for the future, one for the future. And it was like we constantly went through these, being bigged up, especially like you think back to Gerard Houlier's reign, God bless him, Jed. The gems, Anthony Latalic and Florentino Pongole, or whatever the fuck it was called. The French gems, and even they didn't do anything considerable really. And then so you sort of like, we went through this period as supporters back then of saying like, this is all very good signing these, these kids. Or these kids coming through the academy or whatever for the future, but we want someone now. It's like that. Now, I know for a fact there'll be people that have seen this announcement today, and I can guarantee if I go on the members website right now, people will be going, that's great, really nice, we like him, rate him, hope it all works out for him, but what about now? And that's what will be going on today. So fucking hell, I watch videos all over the place, and I'm covered in bits and pieces, This top here, this one, right? I always wear that when I'm travelling, but I'm not travelling today. But when I go on a flight, right, I always, what the fuck's that? That fucking dog, isn't it? I always wear this because it kind of suggests, like not a people person. So when I'm walking through the airport and someone's got them clipboards, they look at me with that on, and they just let you go past. So that's my advice. If you a frequent traveller, if you go on public transport a lot, just wear a t-shirt that says no on it, and I fucking guarantee people leave you alone. Right? I don't know what this video is for. I think I made this video because I felt a bit bad that the other video was that I changed it in the end. But Tyler Morton signed a new deal. It's like a new signing, isn't it, guys? It's like when they come back from injury, innit? So we don't need to sign anyone else because we've got a new signing now. And when I think of that, I just think of Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's about as much use as a chocolate fire guard, him, really. Right. See you later. Right. I'm off to watch a trial now. Yeah, there's a new trial starting today. If you follow my Dunk Knows Best podcast, you'll know what I'm talking about on that front. It's just something that I watch live trials. That's my kind of hobby away from football. And there's a big one getting underway today in Kenosha, Wisconsin, which is where I've been to twice last year, to the actual courthouse, and I've got friends at that trial today, and I want to watch it. It's known as the antifreeze murder. It's a retrial, actually. A guy that allegedly bumped off his wife, and he was convicted last time around from a letter from the grave that she wrote. And when she was dead, he basically said, if I'm ever found dead, he killed me. And he was convicted on that. Right? And but there's a retrial now. He's got a retrial. She was killed in 1998. He was convicted in 2008, but the retrial starts today. Well, it actually started earlier this week, but that was jury process. But we'll get the opening statements today. And but they're not allowed to use that letter this time. So I'm just telling you a little bit about me, what I'm saying. The dog's absolutely destroyed my top, I think, and I'm done now. So I'm going to go and get a cup of tea. All right, guys, have a good day, and we'll speak real soon. I imagine I'll be doing the KopTalk podcast tomorrow, guys, okay, Thursday, if we've got something to talk about. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. And, that just reminded. Yeah, make sure if you've supported Let's Make KopTalk TV great again, and not many of you have. I'm fucking keeping an eye on who has. Right, your name will be underneath this video. Go and have a look. And you'll be coming on my stream at the weekend, telling me I'm the best thing since sliced bread. If you haven't supported Let's Make KopTalk TV great again, I'm just saying. All right.